The classroom at Starlight Interstellar Academy buzzed with the usual mix of clicks, chirps, hisses, and soft ultrasonic tones as students from 14 different species settled into their seats. It was Bring Your Species Bondmate Day, a harmless cultural exchange event where students introduced tiny pets or symbiotic creatures from their homeworlds. The Threenie brought their floating glowworm companions. The Valkyrie showed off their miniature feathered serpents. The Cthulhu proudly displayed their fungal dustlings, harmless spores that giggled when touched. Everyone expected soft, adorable, pocket-sized critters. Then the door slid open, and the human walked in. Tara Mason, one of only 2 humans at the academy, strode confidently to her seat, a carrier slung casually on her shoulder. At first, no one paid it much attention. Humans always carried strange things. But then the growling started. A deep, rolling, earth-shaking growl. Something inside the crate hit the metal walls hard enough to dent them from the inside. The class fell silent. Instructor Havex, a long-limbed arthropod with a voice like clattering glass, froze mid-sentence. Human Tara, he clicked carefully. Class pets are required to be non-predatory, harmless, and no larger than the average student's head. Tara's smile was disarmingly pleasant, like she had no idea the entire room was one heartbeat away from a mass panic. "Oh, he's harmless," she said. A claw punched through the crate. The Cthulhu spores fainted. Havex's antennae twitched violently. "What is that?" Tara casually set the carrier on the table. The entire class leaned back in unison. "This," she said proudly, "is Mr. Wiggles." Another claw punched through the crate, accompanied by a snarl that sounded like it wanted to tear the universe in half. From the back of the classroom came a shrill whisper. "That thing does not wiggle. That thing mauls." Tara beamed. "He's a perfectly normal Earth animal." "Earth," Havex repeated slowly, "is a Category 6 death world." Tara shrugged. "He's just a puppy." The instructor's 3 hearts skipped a beat. The human word, puppy, means juvenile carnivore, correct? "Yes," Tara said cheerfully, "so he's extra energetic." The class collectively prayed to their respective deities. The reveal. With a dramatic flourish, Tara unclipped the crate's front panel. Something blurred out, fast enough to create a visible pressure shock. A few students screamed. One tried to molt on the spot. When the figure came into focus, the entire room stared. It was a dog. Not a monster. Not a tiger. Not some poison-spitting nightmare. Just a big, extremely fluffy Earth dog. A Malamute, to be exact, paws the size of hover discs, fur like a thundercloud, and eyes bright with mischief. He looked around the room, tongue lolling out. Then he barked. Half the class dove under their desks. The dog happily trotted toward them, tail wagging so hard it created a light breeze. Havex clung to the ceiling. Human Tara. That creature could swallow a Cthulhu student whole. "Oh, don't worry," Tara said. Mr. Wiggles sniffed a trembling Valkyrie. "He only eats kibble." Wiggles licked the Valkyrie once, a full sloppy swipe. The alien fainted immediately. Intergalactic chaos ensues. Wiggles proceeded to chase 3 glowworms. They thought it was a meteorological disaster. Try to play tug-of-war with a Threenie's tail. Sit on a dustling spore colony, nearly triggering a biohazard alarm. And steal the instructor's pointer stick, which he proudly paraded around the classroom. Meanwhile, Tara narrated like this was all totally normal. "See? He's very friendly." The instructor finally dropped from the ceiling with the resigned desperation of someone who had given up on having a normal day. "Human Tara," he said, defeated. "Why did you bring that?" "Because," Tara said with a soft smile, "humans form emotional bonds with our animals. They're family. And I wanted my classmates to meet someone important to me." That statement actually quieted the room. Many species bonded for survival or biology. But a bond, purely emotional? That was rare. The dustling spores perked up. The Threenie stopped floating anxiously. Even Havex's antennae lowered in genuine curiosity. "Humans," he said slowly, "bond with predators not for defense, but for companionship?" Tara nodded. "We take care of them." and they take care of us. Mr. Wiggles, as if on cue, plopped down beside her feet and rested his giant fluffy head on her knee. The room collectively melted, fear shifting into awe. The apex protector. The mood changed further when the classroom door hissed open and a cold, metallic voice echoed in. Scanning, unauthorized bioform detected. A hovering security drone floated in, its red-eye scanners locking onto Wiggles. He growled a low, powerful rumble. The entire class froze. In that moment, every student understood something deeply, instinctively. The dog was not dangerous to them. He was dangerous for them. Protective. Loyal. An apex predator devoted to one purpose, defending his human. The drone's targeting laser flicked across the room. Before Tara could speak, Mr. Wiggles launched. A blur of fur and teeth, but aimed not at any student. At the drone. He slammed into it, knocking the machine to the ground. It skittered across the floor, sparks flying. The class gasped. Havex's mandibles clicked. He defended us. Tara scratched Wiggles' ears. He protects everyone I care about. The alien stared in silent reverence. This was humanity. A species that befriended its predators. A species that tamed death-world beasts. A species that turned apex monsters into guardians. And those guardians protected their pack. Even if the pack included aliens. A new tradition. Instructor Havex finally cleared his throat. Well, he said, according to the rules, class pets must demonstrate calm behavior, non-aggression toward classmates, and contribute to cultural understanding. Everyone looked at Wiggles, who was now rolling on his back, begging for belly rubs from the terrified glowworms. The glowworms cautiously approached. Wiggles licked them once. They turned bright pink in joy. The whole class let out various forms of laughter. Havex sighed. Fine. Mr. Wiggles is approved. A cheer went up, except from the Valkyrie still passed out. By the end of the day, Wiggles had been declared the Academy morale officer. The Dustlings had decided he was their new mountain god. The Threenie asked Tara where they could adopt their own wiggly apexes. And Havex added a new rule to the handbook. Never underestimate humans. Ever. When the bell rang and students filed out, Wiggles padded proudly beside Tara, tail high, ears perked, protector of his strange new interspecies pack. And the Academy would never be the same.